Hey guys, what's going on? And welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how you can create your own AI agent that can automate everything with the Airtable. Okay guys, if you're working with Airtable with a bunch of data and Airtable databases, okay, so now you can have your own AI agent that's going to be your personal Airtable assistant, and you can essentially just chat with it, okay, like you'll be chatting with ChatGPT and say something like, hey, can you pull this data from Airtable? What do we have in this Airtable? How many tables we have, or which data we have in this table and stuff like that, guys. So you can just simply ask it as a question, and the agent will return the data. You can change data, you can replace the data, okay, and all through a basic prompt like you'll be chatting with ChatGPT, okay. So it's a really cool video, guys. Make sure to watch until the end if you want to learn how to do that for your own operations, if you're doing a lot of stuff with Airtable, or if you're just a beginner and starting off with end-to-end and automations, okay, this is a pretty good learning curve. You're going to be learning foundations on end-to-end, AI agents, okay, and how to connect platforms to personal access tokens like Airtable with the end-to-end, okay. So I'll be showing you all of that. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and dive into it right away. And guys, as a bonus, if you're watching my videos, you already know the entire JSON template will be available as a free download, guys. So go ahead and check out below the video. There's going to be a link, meaning that once you download this JSON, you're going to go to your end-to-end and you're going to click on these three dots right here, click on import file. And once you do, you will essentially have everything you see on my screen right here. You will be able to have it right away, okay? All right, guys, so let's dive into it right away. So the first thing, let's do a test drive so you can actually see how that works. And let me open my Airtable so you can kind of see how the data is being accessed live. So right now I have one record of Alex under customer name, phone number, and email address, just some dummy data, okay? So let me go and chat with the Airtable. And I'm gonna say something like, hey, what do I have in my table as data, okay? Okay, so I can help you check what data you have in your Airtables. To get started, could you please tell me which table you would like to see the data from, okay? And I'm gonna say something, which tables I have. Can you list them for me, okay? This. Awesome, so it says essentially you have the following Airtable bases, okay, guys, because the Airtables are classified based on the bases or app IDs, guys. So it's pulling the base IDs directly from Airtable, and it's telling me I have essentially AI call workflow logs, and I have Airtable demo, okay, as well. So I have two bases, okay. So the one I want to work with will be Airtable demo. This is the one right here. So I'm gonna say let's work with Airtable demo, okay. Cool. Can you list the data in there, okay? So we're literally chatting with ChatGPT, which is pretty awesome, okay? So you don't need to go back to Airtable and see what you have and stuff like that. Cool. So I'm essentially asking a list the data inside Airtable demo, okay? So I found the data in the Airtable demo, and we have customer name Alex, phone number, and email address john@email.com, and that's exactly the match, okay? So now let's play with the AI agent a little bit. So I see the customer name is Alex and the email is John, okay? So let's rename the customer name to John, okay? And I'm gonna say, please rename Alex John for me, okay? And now it's gonna do its thing, okay? If I'm gonna go here, this is gonna change to John just in a bit, guys, okay? Let's refresh this, and there you go, guys. Alex became John, okay? That's pretty awesome. So it can modify on the go, it can add stuff. Now let's say, now please add new customer name is, I don't know, it's like Samantha. Number is, let's do like Montreal number because I'm here. 555 55555, okay. And what's the other one? And yeah, and that's it, guys. So we'll do that. Cool. So it's catching that I actually forgot to add email, which is pretty awesome, guys. Okay. So I forgot to add email, saying, hey, can you also give me the email address? Okay. So it's going to be sam@email.com and set email send to no. Okay. So here I also have an option to check mark if email has been sent to customer. I'm going to say no. And let me send that to AI agent. It's going to do its thing, guys. It's going to access the all the Airtable nodes. Okay, create record and all that stuff, guys. So here's, I've added the new customer. Let's go here. And guys, super awesome, super smooth, just like that. We have it in the Airtable, okay? And it's not limited to basic Airtable like this. You can literally create whatever Airtable you want with tons of data, and it's going to be able to do the same thing, guys. The only difference, you'll be using more tokens. So here for all of this, so far we consumed almost 8,000 tokens. Honestly, when it comes to data, it's not really that much, okay? So you don't really need to worry about it unless you're working with massive amounts of data. Okay, then I would suggest implementing a RAG system AI agent, meaning that it's contextually aware of the data, and it can semantically search for the data through the database like Supabase and Postgre. Okay, but because right now we're essentially taking all of the data, and agent is going line by line and reading all of it, which consumes a lot of data. Okay, but when you are contextual and using something like RAG system AI agent, okay, it's much more better to work with large data sets, for example, guys. Okay, so I will be also dropping a free video on my channel, so make sure to subscribe on a RAG system AI agents that are contextual and are able to essentially go through the data in semantic way, and also something that is connected to a cloud database like Supabase, for example. Awesome, guys. So now actually let's discuss how that works, okay, and how we're connecting the Airtable, okay, and the ins and outs of this little mini agent right here, guys, okay. And also, if you're a beginner, I'm including this pretty nice beginner-friendly sticky note where I'm explaining what it does, architecture, the setup, and examples and troubleshooting and stuff like that, guys, okay. So the first one, we have the trigger, okay. So this is a trigger node. We're triggering an action, or AKA the chat right here, okay. Then we're sending everything to Airtable agent. That's essentially the brain of the workflow. Okay, it's handling everything. Okay, it has the AI model. Okay, because AI agent on its own doesn't do anything. You need to connect your OpenAI chat model or Claude or whatever. I believe we have different nodes, guys. So if we go here and click Add Node, and we can do like Claude. We have Claude, yeah. Then we have DeepSeek, I believe. And we have a bunch of other models, guys. Okay. So if you want to see which models you have, just click on disconnect this one, click on plus sign, and here we have all the AI models available. So you just need to go on this platform, create your API key, and link it to your N8N, and you are good to go. All right. So then we have a simple memory, or essentially it's a context window. So we have 10 chats that AI agent is able to look back to as a reference. Okay. So again, purely think of it as a browser history when you go to one website, other website, and when you come back, you will find some of the data or actions you've done before through that session or cookie history. Okay, so essentially it's kind of the same thing. We're storing past actions or conversations with the AI agent to prevent duplications, and also just so AI agent has more context what we talked about or chatted about in the past. Okay, then we have these tools. Okay, so we're connecting all of these subnodes through the tools option AI agent. Okay, and tools are essentially exactly what they say. They are tools that AI agent has access to and it can use. Okay, so what's cool about the tools? So here I am essentially pre-prompting. Okay, what AI agent should do. Okay, just to make sure it's working fine and everything. But if I delete all of this and I just leave the user input, okay, and I'm gonna say something like, can you add another customer for me? Okay. And it still has the access to the Airtable. And here it says, I need customer name, phone number, email address, and whether the email has been sent, guys. So as you guys can see, it can operate autonomously without any prompt, only on the user input, which is awesome. Okay. So the only reason I'm using user input because the only reason I'm using prompt because I just want to make sure that I'm specifying and avoiding any potential errors. But you can leave it as is without specifying anything, just literally giving the user prompt, and it will still have access to all these tools. And that's what's really awesome about the AI agent tools, and just connecting, Airtable, Gmail, Google Calendar, and a bunch of other tools that are native integrations to N8N, guys, which is really awesome. Okay, so it understands immediately based on your prompt what to look for and how to work with these tools. Okay. Nice. Now let's move on to the, I think we discussed the AI agent, okay? So now we have the tools itself, okay? So different tools. We have a lot of integrations from a lot of known platforms. So Airtable, we have the super base vector store, okay? So this is really useful when we're doing contextual and semantic RAG agents, okay? We have, okay, so here's Airtable, the one we're using. Okay, we have AWS stuff, okay, and pretty much any major platform, okay, that has some sort of API will be listed in here, okay. For example, Gmail, Outlook. Do we have Outlook? We have Outlook. We have YouTube. We have Google Calendar, guys. So essentially, these all tools AI agent can use on its own and do the bookings for you, send emails, reply, and you don't even need to explain to the AI agent what to do. You can say, "Hey, can you check my Gmail? There's a and let me know which emails I received today." And it's going to tell you, "Hey, you received an email from the John." And then you're gonna say something, "Can you tell me what's the content?" And it's gonna tell you the email a message. And then you can say, "Hey, can you reply to the John and say I'll be late for a meeting at 3 p.m." And it's gonna do it for you, okay, without actually specifying the prompts, which is really, really awesome, guys. Okay. So let me go through the events quickly for the Airtable here, okay? So here we have essentially get a record, okay? So this is the same single subnode. I just essentially duplicated it or copy pasted it. And the only thing I've really changed here is a operation, okay? So we have create or update, delete, okay? So kind of similar to Excel. We have like append rows, update or append rows, okay? Stuff like that. So Airtable is more of a like database operations, where Excel sheet is more of like a processing large data sets and data. But again, there are some similarities. Okay, so we'll create or update, delete, stuff like that, guys. So for each action that you want agent to perform, you need to add a subnode of that tool. Okay, so if I want to get all the records from the Airtable, I need to add a get tool from Airtable. Okay, and also if I want the agent to see all the tables I have or the base tables, I need to add get many bases, which means I want to get all the bases in my Airtable. So if I go to my Airtable and go back here, these are the bases. I have two of them, okay? I have the Airtable demo and I have AI call workflow base, okay? So if you want to make sure that AI agent sees that, you need to add a base, and then you're going to get many, and the rest is handled by AI. It's going to pull the data and it's going to tell you, I have these 2 or 3, whatever bases available. What do you want me to do with them, okay? And then you're going to define the actions that AI agent can do. So get a record, create a record in Airtable, create or update, delete a record, search records, get the basis. And then I also added a Gmail, okay? I think it's connected, so it would be a good example, okay? So let's test drive this as well, okay? I'm gonna say, can you list all the customers in for me? Okay, just like that. Cool. So we have 2 customers. That is right. And I'm gonna say something like, please send me an email to Arthur. Let me just make sure. I make a lot of typos when I type. That's what happens when you use a lot of AI tools, guys. I forget how to type. So email to Arthur thebox at thebeautify.com. Okay, that's my work email. And I'm gonna say something and essentially summarize all the customers for me in that email. Okay, let's send. Now it should go to the send message in Gmail. Let's see if it does that. Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw, it was pretty fast, but it did that. And I've sent an email to, cool. So let's go to my personal email, my work email, and check it out. Awesome, guys. And here you can see I received an email. And here it says, hello, Arthur. Here's a summary of customers in the Airtable demo, okay? And it gives me all data, which is pretty awesome, okay? You can automate this. You can set triggers once there's a change in Airtable. Okay, send me automatic email and stuff like that. So a lot of things you can do. You can also do, instead of the chat with the agent, you connect it to your Telegram and do everything on the fly with Telegram or WhatsApp if you have a business cloud, okay? Like honestly, you can scale this thing to whatever degree you want at this point. But again, as a beginner, this is a really, really cool workflow to work with and really learn the basics, okay? Hey guys, and essentially that's in a summary, that's how it works and how it is. The only thing I think I forgot to show you guys how you can get the personal access token, because you need to connect the Airtable to your end. So to do that, guys, what you're gonna do, you're gonna go to Airtable, and then we're gonna go to your settings, and I believe that was hold on, guys, Builder Hub here, guys. Okay, so under integrations, we have this option called Builder Hub. Click on it. Okay, and it's gonna bring you to this page, and then under the personal or pet tokens, okay, here I created one for my init and flow. But all you need to do, you're gonna click on Create New Token. Okay, then you name it whatever you want, and make sure that you give access to all of these one by one. Okay, it doesn't let you choose all of them. For some reason, it's kind of weird, but you need to essentially choose one by one and make sure all of them are selected, and then you're going to add all resources for the access. Okay, so for the scopes, make sure everything is selected, and for access, make sure add all resources is selected. Okay, that's going to generate the token. You're going to copy paste that and bring it to your Airtable here. So then you're going to go to create new credential. Okay, and you're gonna just copy paste it in there, and you are good to go. It's that easy, which is pretty awesome, guys. Okay, so I think I've covered all the aspects you really need to know to start working with this flow, guys. Yeah, and obviously you need an Airtable account, and yeah, and guys, create an Airtable account, create a couple of base tables. Okay, it can be anything. If you want to kind of follow the exact same steps like I did, guys, go to Airtable, create an account, then you're going to create a base table, and you're going to call it Airtable demo, and you're going to add 3 columns. Okay, one is customer name, one is phone number, email address, and email sent. Okay, so if you want to follow the exact same steps, guys, this is what you need to do. You can take a screenshot right now with a snipping tool, something like that. So all it is, customer name, phone number, or email address, or you can, if you're already Airtable with different data sets, you can connect it directly and start really experimenting with something bigger as well, guys. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Let me know down in the comments if you want me to cover any specific workflows or build something more complex, or honestly, you can challenge me and let me know what I could build as a challenge. I'm down for that. And as always, if you did enjoy the video, please subscribe so I can drop more value-packed and free videos like this with the JSON templates included. And I will see you as always.